Hey Leo, welcome to your love reading. This is going to be for the first half of your August, from the 1st to 15th. Apply this to your own unique situation. Switch the roles if you want. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified on when my new videos post, when I go live. Also, if you guys are interested in wanting to follow me on my social media pages, personal readings with me on Zoom, pre-recorded. The links and the details are in the description box below. Also, if you guys haven't joined my channel memberships, hit the join button. I'll greatly appreciate it if you guys did join just to support me and also my channel. All right, so tell me about Aries and the person that, not Aries, Leo and the person that they're dealing with. You may be dealing with an Aries here. We have spiritual attack, karmic triggers, spiritual awakening, shadow work, divine protection. We have dating, teamwork, and love. We have unemployed. We have broken mirrors. You know, this is really interesting here because I feel like one of the things I'm getting here is I feel like the relationship, the connection that you're in is a huge lesson here. Some of you here may not be financially where they are at in life. And that this person thinks that it's teamwork if you're financially supporting them. The problem is I'm getting a bit of a laziness with this energy. This is so interesting here because I feel like the spiritual attack, I don't feel like it's like a spiritual attack. I don't feel like there's spell work being done here, but I feel like this energy or that the situation that you're in is energetically draining for you guys. Yeah, I think that this is a huge lesson here. Reminiscing, missing you, feeling lonely, using substances to cope. I think that someone here was under the impression that things between you and them were going really well. They thought that this situation of you helping them, financially supporting them, was a healthy situation here. The problem is I feel like over time, I feel like you became drained and I feel like you had to, I feel like you're sitting in peaceful vibes here. So I feel like your life has been at peace without this individual in your life. Now, the triggers that could have been coming up, could have been an opportunity for this person and also for you to, deal with those triggers, right? To deal with the shadows here. But one person was willing to deal with it, and then the other person was not. And when the other person is not willing to deal with it, who ends up taking on that burden of this person's triggers, their traumas? You. So I feel like you're not willing to take on this person's karma here. It's not your responsibility. It's not your I think that you were willing to help this person. You were willing to support this person for like a certain amount of time if this person was willing to do the work to get themselves out of this situation here. But the problem is I feel like this person didn't really do that. They got comfortable here. Okay, so let's see. What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Leo? What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Leo? What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Leo? What is this person's true feelings and intentions towards Leo? So we got the Queen of Swords. We also have the Devil card. Wow. This person's very dependent on you. Yeah. I think that ever since that you may have walked away from the situation, I think that this person's just not doing well here, Leo. This person could be smoking a lot of weed. This person could be drinking. This person could be using heavy drugs here. I think that this is also an opportunity, not just for you to grow and change and be better, for them too, but they're turning to their addictions here. They're turning to this devil energy. I feel like they're basically letting this devil energy win. They're letting their demons win here. Queen of Swords, the devil. I do feel like this person does care about you. This person thought that love was not enough, but it's not. The emotions surrounding a relationship is not enough to hold a relationship together. It does take real teamwork. It does take, change, growth, repair, in action in order for the relationship to even, to survive. It just seems like you may have been dealing with someone that wants the benefits of a relationship, but they didn't want to put in the hard work to make it happen. They're very committed and loyal to you. This person does love you, like I said. Yeah, this person does love you here. I do feel like this person was really dependent on you. And I feel like the dependency was just not you. Like, I just feel like this is how this person operates in life. You know, not just in romantic relationships, but this person may move through life, you know, connecting with people of what others can do for this individual. What is the outcome? What is the advice here? What is the outcome and advice here for Leo? What is the outcome and advice here for Leo? What else does Leo need to know, look out for, and work on? Outcome and advice. What else does Leo need to know, look out for, and work on? So we have the Emperor, Aries energy. Eight of Pentacles. The Ten of Swords. This person's feeling very betrayed here. I feel like they're trying to distract themselves right now. I feel like you're dealing with a distorted masculine here. They're not really taking any sort of action to make things better here, but they're reminiscing and missing you a lot. I mean, I feel like this person's definitely kind of like gaslighting themselves here. I feel like they're manipulating themselves, telling themselves that they're not good enough. I mean, because I feel like you may be kind of like sitting in this energy of like, you know what? I'm just going to move on. I'm going to look like I'm going to put myself out, put myself out there in the market, look for someone new. It's not really sitting well with them. I feel like they're really disappointed in you. I think that this person was under the impression that you will support them, that you will help them and stuff like that, no matter what. I do agree that, yeah, I do feel like, you know, when your partner needs help, you know, when your partner needs support, you should be there for them, right? But you can't do the work for them. And I feel like that's what this person wanted, is for you to do the work for them. And that's not fair, because it's not your responsibility to take that on for somebody else. So we have the Emperor, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Swords here, we have the Hangman, Six of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So I see that this person does want to continue this relationship and this connection here, but the problem is they're not really doing anything to better themselves. I mean, I feel like when you were with this person here, you know, this person may have been doing drugs themselves. You may not have been okay with it, but this person kept doing it anyway. Sometimes, you know, in certain situations, like I feel like, you know, when someone does something to hurt us, right? You know, I feel like it's really important that, you know, if someone recognizes that these patterns are hurting someone, they could make that pivot. They could make that change, right? So that they stop doing the same thing over and over and over again. That hurts a relationship, that hurts you and hurts themselves at the end. So, Leo, I do hope that this reading was helpful. I hope that this reading resonated. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll speak to you guys in another read. Thanks, guys. Bye.